What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out to all of the visionaries, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. And of course, we are back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. We got another great show lined up for you guys. Salute to y'all that's in the building. Shout out to all of the visionaries, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you are here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button for me, fam. We are going to get into it today. We are going to get into it today. Make sure if you have missed any shows this week, you can easily access the shows. Go to the playlist Black Manosphere Decoded. Go to the playlist Black Manosphere Decoded. If you have missed any shows this week, if you need to catch up on any shows this week, you can simply access them by going to the Black Manosphere Decoded playlist. Salute to everybody that's here today. Like I said, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the show. Hit the like button and share the show, family. Hit that like button and share the show. We're going to get into it today. We are going to get into it today. So while you guys are liking and sharing the show, let me get over here to the chat room and give some shout out. Shout out to Miss Zahara. She says, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Miss Zahara. Shout out to my man Bob in the building. Salute, man. Salute. Appreciate you. Shout out to Miss Letitia in the building. Good to see you, Miss Letitia. Salute to Shango Zulu in the building. Salute to Sir O in the building. Shout out to all of the villains. Shout out to you, Miss Lovely. Good to see you. Shout out to Ajoki, Queen of Jokey Cartel. Salute. Good to see you. Peace to the God, Shaka Nu. Peace to the God. Shout out to Just Act Shaw in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. But I give you let me rinse you up. There you go. Let me rinse you up. Shout out to you, Just Act Shaw. Shout out to Miss Mona. Good to see you, Miss Mona. As always, much love to you. Shout out to Fierce Soul in the building. Fierce Soul, salute, salute. Marcus Wimberly, what's good, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, bro. See who else up in here. The old world. The old world. I like that. Salute, salute. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. And as I said, if y'all missed any shows this week, make sure y'all go to the playlist Black Manosphere Decoded is where you can catch any show. You see today's show. This is what happens when men are afraid to trust themselves. Oh, yeah. This is what happens when men are afraid to trust themselves. See, we all know that the YouTube streets has been hot over here, and everybody's been wanting to get in on a narrative and see what's going on, and that's cool. You know, that's cool. Go ahead and get your screen shares in and, you know, make your little videos and shit like that. That's cool. That's cool. But I look at all of this in a totally different way. And what we see going on, is we're watching the same thing that back in the Panthers time they watched. back in Marcus Garvey time, Malcolm X, all of the times before where you had black men who decided to step up and to make a change, the people have sat back or had to sit back and witness the demise of it. This is what we're looking at today. This is what everyone who's here to speculate, to see what's going on, this is what you're actually looking at. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, we back. As I was saying, think about growing up in a Panther times. Picture growing up in a time where freedom fighting was popular. Freedom fighting was the thing to do, the thing to become. No matter how rich you've got, no matter how successful you may have became, freedom fighting was always the objective. Now, picture growing up as a child back in those times, and you had to watch the rise and fall of the Black Panther Party. You had to watch and fall the rise of the Nation of Islam. And for them to be where they are now, which is just basically another religious organization that people join, at one point was solid and was very strong and made a lot of moves in the communities. Just imagine being a kid in this time, in those times. You see? And I'm pretty sure back in those times, just like now, they had things to distract us. So you don't really pay attention or understand what you're actually looking at. See? What we're watching, what you guys are seeing and witnessing is the same thing. You are witnessing modern day men, modern day black men getting tricked out of their spot. You're witnessing modern day black men lose their influence. You are witnessing modern day black men and their message being destroyed. See, I look at this shit a whole nother way. Y'all may look at it as some commercialized hustle. I look at it a totally different way. See, because I know how the so-called higher ups look at it and how all of the so-called higher ups view black male organizations. You see? You have to understand this. And I've spoken on this a lot since I've been here. Every time you dudes got on some bullshit, I came back and I made sure I reminded y'all that we were being watched. See, I think y'all forgot that. See, you forgot that. You've forgotten that we're going to be penalized and scrutinized more than any other men. More than any other men who get together for their own sake, for their own agency, we're going to be penalized the worst. They're going to make an example out of us because black men tried to get their shit together as a collective. This is why we were supposed to have system, order, and structure. This is why there was supposed to be some organization around here. There's supposed to be some rules, some bylaws. There was supposed to be a system set up so things could run efficiently. You see? So we're not where we are currently as a group. See, because let me explain something to you men. There's always going to be opposition or opposing forces against black men when they try to fucking unite. And I think y'all forgot that shit. Y'all got real comfortable just sitting back getting paid to act like you for black male unification. You for black male agency. Y'all sat back and got comfortable just making the money being goddamn prosperity preachers. Because that's what you niggas were. That's what you niggas are. That's what you are. That's why now that this shit is under fire, you run because you're a prosperity preacher. Because you didn't understand what you actually was doing. See, because black men uniting is some dangerous shit. Why do you think everyone pay attention? Why do you think the world pays attention when black men decide to stand up and to speak for one another and to defend one another and to stand shoulder to shoulder with one another? Why do you think the world pays attention? Y'all forgot that. Y'all forgot that. See, because y'all forgot the key element to unity. The key element to unifying is trust. Something that we don't have for ourselves as black men. We don't trust ourselves enough. And when I say ourselves, I don't mean between me and you. I don't just mean that. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust ourselves enough to stay on one accord. Just listen to these guys when you start speaking about unification in the space. You always hear guys find a reason why it won't work, why it never will work, why we shouldn't even think about this. These are guys who don't trust themselves enough to hold the line. So this is why they totally speak against unification amongst black men. Oh, it won't work. Oh, black men are not a monolith. You're saying this because you don't want to be held accountable for your actions. And this is what we see and have been seeing for years here. Men who run around like rabid dogs, who just keep dumb shit and foolishness going 24 hours, 7 days a week, that they're on fucking YouTube. And they do this shit in the name of this is what black men want. No, black men don't want dumb shit. No, black men don't want drama. Black men want help. See, this is what you niggas forgot around here. You forgot that there's still black men coming here for help. There's still black men who are out here looking for men who's on the same time as them. And the reason why y'all turned y'all back is because you don't have it in you. You don't have it in you. And see, now the jig is up. You can't hide no more. You can't hide behind a pill. You can't hide behind an ideology. You can't hide behind being alpha. You can't hide behind being an educated lame. You can't hide behind being Pookie and Ray Ray. You can't hide behind none of that shit no more. You can't hide behind the goddamn audience and your donations. You can't hide behind it no more. Everyone sees exactly who you dudes are. They see who you are. And what's evident to me is you don't trust yourself. You don't believe in yourself enough. And you never have. See, y'all dudes are surprised that this space has got the recognition that it has. Y'all never thought it'll never get this big. This is why y'all don't have no control of it. This is why y'all lost control. Because you never thought it would get this big. Because you lack foresight. You lack foresight. A lot of you dudes lack foresight. Y'all are short-sighted men. Y'all are nearsighted. You can't foresee nothing. You can't foresee a problem, or you can't foresee success. And the reason why y'all foresight was fucked up because y'all was just here to hustle men. And y'all were here to hustle us because you didn't trust that you were good enough at what you were doing. You didn't trust that. You didn't lean on your internal value as a man. You niggas thought that having good character and standing on principle will not pay you. See, I told y'all this when y'all was running around talking shit about me. Oh, DS1 don't want us to get money. DS1 want us to be broke. Oh, DS1, he just talking about internal values. You see what all that shit got y'all? Now y'all doubling back around talking about Kevin Samuels not having any morals. But when I was telling men to have morals in the space, y'all was saying I wanted niggas to be broke. But then when Kevin Samuels leave y'all weak ass niggas and go get a bag, now he need to have morals. Now Kevin left his brothers, But when I was saying we needed to be a brotherhood, it was, no, you just trying to lean on niggas. You just mad because you broke. Oh, that's that broke nigga talk. Oh, that's that poor righteous teacher shit. Now y'all are trying to hold Kevin Samuels and Obsidian to the same standards. How fucking ironic. Now you want to talk about how grimy dudes are, how dudes stole from you. Really? So now we talking about the character of men all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden, internal value matters to you niggas, right? Why would something that you don't possess, but why would you try to hold a man up into having morals and principles when y'all was the same niggas who said morals and principles is for broke niggas? This is what y'all niggas said. That's broke nigga talk, having morals and principles. That shit change once you get some money. Isn't that what you niggas said out your mouth? Isn't that what y'all said? Oh, but now we come back around to men being men, which is to have internal value. Because as a man, all you got in this world is your balls and your word. See, you don't die with none of this other shit. You don't die with polo, nigga. You don't die with polo. You don't die with none of this name brand shit. What people you remember you for when you die is your word, your character. Were you a man of principle? But y'all want to hold Kevin Samuels to be a man of principle. Why? Because he took all y'all ways to getting money? No, he didn't. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. You don't have to sell out. But see, a lot of y'all are mad because y'all wanted y'all opportunity to sell out because you don't trust in yourself. You don't trust that you could make it without giving up your ass. You don't trust in yourself without having to give up and sacrifice your brother, sacrifice your team, just for likes and views, just so you could go get an interview, just so you could keep certain connections with other people. And because that person may not like somebody that you cool with, you got to cut those ties because you want to do business. See, this is what you niggas fell victim to. Which is why I've always said we got to heal before we build. Because this is what happens with broke niggas. The majority of black men are broke. I don't give a fuck what y'all get on here and on YouTube and say. The stats are the stats. The facts are the facts. So, of course, you're going to have niggas sacrificing niggas. You're going to have niggas throwing niggas under the bus. But all of this comes from the lack of trust in oneself, the lack of belief in oneself. You don't believe in your skills enough. You think you got to do some extra shit. You think you got to do some extra shit. You got to go play politics. You got to go play the game and make your brothers a victim just so you can have something. You're mad because you wanted to be the gatekeeper of the space. All of this bullshit that men shouldn't take part in, that masculine men don't take part in. This is bullshit. You know why? Because at the end of all of this, as a group, black men remain stagnant. And this is what y'all don't get. This is what y'all don't get. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. We remain stagnant as a group of men. Because what? Because we choose not to trust in ourselves. We don't trust ourselves so much that we got to go deal with everybody else. We got to go to everybody else to deal with our problems. We got to compare ourselves to everybody else to deal with our problems because we don't trust in ourselves that we can actually fix them. This is why you niggas gave up your space and you sacrificed the men who were here and put in work and you put us in a line of fire. This is why you niggas did that, because you don't trust in yourself. Y'all are still like that little boy who's afraid of the bully. And you're scared to swing back because you're afraid to take a punch. You're afraid to get hit, so you don't swing. You're afraid to get hit. That's why you don't swing. See, when it was time to swing around this space, you niggas put your hands in your pockets. You see? Every time it was time to swing, you niggas put your hands in your pockets. You see? And this is why there's a popular consensus around the world, amongst people around the world, that black men can't run shit. This is why you hear this. Because as a collective and as individuals, black men don't trust themselves. And when I say this, I'm speaking about myself too. Because as a group, we all suffer from this. We don't trust ourselves because we're afraid to fuck up. And we're afraid to fuck up because it's a consensus amongst people that all black men do is fuck up. You see? It's a consensus that we're known fuck ups. This is why dudes run and get out the way, because they don't want to be called a fuck up. They don't want to say it's because of you. It is because of partially of what you've done. See, I know what this comes from. And we've constantly spoke about this. How men, black men specifically in society, are the beast of burden. We're the ones that when something goes wrong in society, we find a way to put it on black men. And for years, we've spoken about this in this space. So how do we turn around and allow that to become a weapon toward us? See, with us understanding this, we were supposed to know how to not let that affect us. But now we've actually made that stereotype true. Black men don't want nothing. Black men don't want to build nothing. When black men try to build something, they destroy it. Anything they try to build, they destroy. This is evidence right here. This is evidence right here. The destruction of this space is evidence. It's evidence. Black men don't protect nothing. We didn't protect the space. We didn't. We just didn't. And the protection or the lack of protection, excuse me, started from the higher ups. It didn't start from the chat room, because I've been hearing a lot of y'all trying to blame the chat room and blame the. No, people in the chat room are your supporters. They're here to support what they're looking at and what they're watching. It's not their fucking job to protect you. It's not. It's their job to promote you, to promote the message, to spread the message. It is our job as a core group of men to protect each other. To keep the integrity of what we're representing together. That was our job. But we didn't trust in ourselves enough to see that through. You see? You see? So all of the shit that we've spoken about here for years, it meant nothing. You know why it meant nothing? Because when it was time to stand on it, ran from it. Where in masculinity, it denotes running, fleeing. Not saying you're supposed to stay in some situation and just get hurt. But you're not supposed to abandon ship. You see? But this happens because this is what happens when men don't trust themselves. You don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. It goes back to yesterday's show. Not wanting to face the man in the mirror, not wanting to look yourself in the mirror and say, I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. There's a lot of things that I could have did better, that I didn't see. I was irresponsible. I didn't take counsel from the men that I had around me who was trying to warn me, who was trying to warn all of us. What the fuck do y'all think the purpose of messengers are? It is to warn the people of what's to come. But y'all don't know when y'all hear a messenger. You think you hearing some nigga that's just here to get some cash apps. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. Y'all are not internally locked in. As I said before, and y'all can go check out that stream. This is what happens when black men become worldly and wayward. There's too many wayward black men. We're not locked into nothing. This is why we don't understand who we are, each other, and what positions we play. Because we don't understand each other from a spiritual perspective. We don't understand who's vibrating on what energy, what this guy's about. Why is he teaching what he's teaching? Why he teaches the way he teaches? See, all of us were supposed to understand that with each other. We never took time to do that. That's why it always was chaos and confusion. Because you niggas never took the time to understand that we're under spiritual warfare. And this is how they keep black men contained, by constantly waging spiritual warfare. The young versus the old. Millennials versus Gen X. Gen X versus who? The baby boomers. This is spiritual warfare, which all goes back to the lack of trust, because the Gen Xers had to deal with the baby boomers who did them dirty. Those Gen X men did not trust those baby boomer men. Why? Because those baby boomer men lied to them, led them astray, told them a bunch of bullshit, lied to them, left them, abandoned them. A lot of Gen X men deal with abandonment, especially Gen X black men. They deal with abandonment issues. My uncles, they Gen X men. They deal with abandonment issues. This is why they don't get along with a lot of millennial men, because a lot of them are mad because a lot of us had our dads. A lot of us had big brothers and uncles and shit that they didn't have. They didn't have that. They didn't have no form of counsel. A lot of the Gen X men had to raise themselves. So they grew up with a level of resentment. You see? This is why they talk shit about the millennials. Oh, y'all men are lazy. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Y'all ain't had as hard as us. And this is why they look down on us. And this is why we can't unify. This is spiritual warfare. See, because when you're talking about trust, you're talking about an internal value that goes back to spiritual, which ties into family issues. And when we're talking about a brotherhood or us looking at each other as brothers, we're talking about family. You see? So you see why we can't operate as family? Because of the lack of trust for oneself. If you've been abandoned all your life, how do you ever feel like that you can be there for someone else? This is why you always heard me say, brothers, we got to heal before we build. How are you going to trust that I won't do you dirty? That I won't rob you? I won't steal from you? I won't try to harm you? I won't try to harm your children? I wouldn't try to have sex with your woman. If you grew up in a time where that shit was normal and you saw men around you crossing each other, and not only crossing each other, but crossing each other out. And this shit get played out right here on YouTube amongst black men. We cross each other out because this is all we saw. This is all we know. See? That's why we got to heal before we build. We have to heal so we can develop a level of trust. Because to never have trust in anything or anybody is to live a life of fear. Why do you think there's so many black men on so much goddamn drugs? Because they're trying to fight the fear and the paranoia. They're in a constant state of fear. Why? Because they're not sure of themselves, because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves. They've been told that they're not able to do shit right. So how could you trust in your decision making? How? It's not going to work. Shout out to China for becoming a member. I appreciate you, love. Appreciate you. Shout out to Larry Vaughn. Appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Shout out to Ty's Craziest. Appreciate you, mamas. I appreciate that super sticker. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. He said far too many ignored their shared foresight and rebuked genuine fellowship, which is why their credibility is forbearance and this space is in foreclosure. Yes, sir. That's a fact, my brother. Salute to my brother, the Book of Rona, my day one brother. This is why. This is why. See, because you can't properly provide as a man if you're constantly in fear. Let me repeat that. You cannot properly provide, which is provision, which is one of the 4 pillars of being a man. You cannot properly provide if you're in a constant state of fear. You can't. You cannot. Now, you can go out and provide, pay the bills and, make sure it's food in the house and all of that. But how can you properly provide foresight for yourself and for your family? How can you teach your children anything in a state of fear? How could you show them anything if you're in a constant state of fear, especially other Black men? How you going to raise your sons? You're always in a state of paranoia. Think about this. Y'all think about this, and I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, we back. Shout out to everybody in the building. You see? And then we wonder why. My bad, y'all. I was still on mute. My bad. My bad. But you see the same thing that's going on or that has went on in the Black manosphere with Black men, the same shit you see going on in the hip hop industry. No agency. They'll backdoor you. They'll throw you under the bus. They'll send dudes to attack you. The same shit that they do in this rap industry. This is why I told y'all it's all under the same banner of entertainment. You see this distrust, this lack of trust in Black men. You see it displayed in the music business. Everybody got ops now. All these young dudes got ops. Well, who's your biggest op? You. You're your biggest op. You run around looking for ops, trying to hurt the ops because what? You really want to hurt yourself. You're afraid for yourself. See, I know what that is. Me and my homies had ops before. And if you had ops before, don't tell me you wasn't scared, nigga. Just because you scared don't mean you not gonna do nothing. Fear is natural. But see, as black men, we were taught that only cowards fear things. No, fear is natural. Fear is a natural occurrence. It's about what you do when you're scared. You see? And the reason why, when we had ops, we carried things the way that we did, it's because we were afraid to die. You see? Just like in this space, we are, as a group of black men, afraid to live. We're afraid to progress. We're afraid of success because we do everything that goes against the formula of success. We do everything backward. We do everything to keep us away from success because we're afraid how that looks individually. We're afraid to see ourselves in Super Saiyan mode. And I'm speaking like this because a lot of us brothers, we into anime, we're into that culture. Imagine how you look as a Super Saiyan. And I know some of y'all ladies like, oh, come on, DS1. Hey, chill. This is for the guys. Getting on my man cave shit right now. But fellas, imagine how you'll look as a Super Saiyan. How would you just picture yourself as a Super Saiyan? How do you look? How do you feel about yourself? You Super Saiyan level 5, Goku status. How do you feel about yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you think you would view the world as a Super Saiyan? How would you view the other Saiyans? You see? See, that's how coming into the space, that's how I viewed the men here. I looked at everyone as a Super Saiyan, and everyone had their own universe. See? And everyone was supposed to build their own universe. So we all have our own group of Saiyans. You see? But how are you going to see yourself as a Super Saiyan when you don't believe in your powers? You don't believe that you have enough strength to muster up to go to the next level because you gave up. You gave up. You threw in the towel. You said, fuck it, I'm going to just go get the money. So you don't want to be a Super Saiyan. You don't want to access those powers that's within. This goes back to black men being worldly and wayward. You see? We're never going to be respected by the world. Our appearance value will never increase until we do what men do on a world scale. And the first thing that is to unite under one cause. And that one cause cannot be to hate black women. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, right? I shouldn't have said that, right? I shouldn't have said that. Well, that's the goddamn truth. Because guess what? Hating black women and getting up here displaying the problems you got with black women is not going to get no laws changed for us. Talking about how much goddamn welfare they get and how much goddamn food stamps and free health care that they get will not help us get any health care, nigga. Let's talk about all the black men who don't have Medicare. So sitting around talking about what they get for free is going to get us some? No. No. But you don't trust in black men enough to say, yo, let's fight for this. We weren't organized enough to have a whole crew. There's supposed to be platforms that is supposed to be promoting what men are lacking and bringing them into it to help them. See? See? When you come here, you're coming here for agency. You're coming here for spiritual guidance. You're coming here to hear a black man tell you what's real and that he love and he care about you. Motivation, advisory. That's why you come to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Now, if you think there's a problem with men's health, that's what you should be promoting. That is what you're supposed to be aiding black men with, their health. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Go and check his channel out. When he's not live, when he's not speaking to the veterans, he's in the gym. He's in the gym. He's showing you the importance of being a man of a certain age and being healthy and the importance of it. You see? See, that's what agency looks like. Hey, brothers, let me show you what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Let's get into it. Let's get to work. But if you don't trust that what's in you matters and is of value, not of value to her. See, because this is why y'all don't trust yourselves enough, because y'all don't think what y'all possess internally will be enough for her. Don't you know that's not why you alive, nigga? You're not alive to live for her. Oh, I'm just not man enough for you. You just don't accept the kind of man that I am. Well, too bad for her. Too bad for her, God damn it. That's her problem. If what you possess is not enough for her, that's her problem. It's not yours. It's not yours. Because maybe she don't understand what you possess. Maybe what you possess is too big for her little ass brain. Because all she want to get dick and go on trips. That's all she want is a little dick and a little trip. See, you bigger than that. You bigger than that. So now you want to demean yourself. You want to question your internal value. And you want to drop yourself down to just being a dick and a trick man. Y'all get them likes up, man. Y'all give me a second. Y'all get them likes up, man. Hit the like button for me, family. Salute to everybody in the building. All she want to do is go to the Gucci store and take pictures for her Instagram showing her little butt. So you think that now your life's journey and path is to make sure that she gets some dick and go on a trip. Bro, that's not a woman you need to be with. You bigger than that, bro. You mean more to this world. Your life is not predicated on your woman. You have more in you than that little bullshit that she want. Got plenty of goddamn time to go on a trip. And you gonna get this dick anyway. So don't sit there and fall for that shit, fellas. And now because she's ready to leave, because you don't want to, lower yourself for that low-level reality TV life. Oh, you're not man enough for me. Bye-bye. See you later. Have a good life. Have a good life. You're not woman enough for me. I need a woman. I don't need a VH1 Hot Pocket. Okay? I don't need no throwaway. Women that just want dick and to go on trips, they're called throwaways, fellas. They are throwaways. They're throwaways. You don't hold on to them. Throw them away. After you get off the plane, have a good life. You see? Because you don't need nothing and nobody to get you to discourage you from your mission. You understand that? Nobody, nothing. Nothing's more important than that. Understand this. Understand this. But you're not going to operate that way unless you trust yourself. Unless you trust yourself. You trust yourself to know that what you standing on is going to profit you in the end. What you standing on is going to propel you into who you want to be. It's going to propel you basically into who you were destined to become. You see? See, that's too big for some women. That's too heavy for some women to assist. Some women need and crave that attention. What do you mean you don't want to fuck? No, I don't. I'm doing something. I'm on a mission. Well, you don't got time for me. What are you here for? Oh, so you here for you. Goodbye. We supposed to be in this together. Oh, but you keep talking about you. Have a good life. Bye-bye. Because this is about you. I'm just neglecting you. Okay. So you're the only one that's feeling unfulfilled. You're the one that's not getting your needs met. Oh, okay. Bye. 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 That's what you got to get used to doing, fellas. Say bye-bye. Because all she was is a piece of pussy. See, women that operate like that, she's letting you know that she just, in her mind, she think that her pussy means so much to you. So you need to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, little pussy. Bye-bye. P.O.P. Purpose over pussy. Bye. See you later. You thought that ran our relationship. Bye. You thought that's why I really liked you. Bye. Because you don't believe in yourself, mama. And I don't need that around me. And none of us do, brothers. You don't need that around you. You don't need no grown-ass woman who put all her value and her stock in her pussy. Because as a man, we all know that we like all types of pussy. So why would you keep a woman around you who that's where her stock is? You're a throwaway. That's what you are. And ladies, that may sound harsh, but it's supposed to, because I'm talking to brothers. It's supposed to sound that bad. I could imagine the shit you say about us. I could imagine what you say about us. And how you look at a man who all he wanted some pussy. I can imagine, but we ain't gonna go there. But see, brothers, this boils down to trusting yourself. That's what this all boils down to. That's why the men in this space started prioritizing women over the mission. The lack of trust in oneself. I can't do this without a woman. We can't build nothing and sustain nothing without them. They have to run it. They have to be the directors. You see? We can't build it and then come and hire them like other men do. You know, like how the Spanish guys go out and work construction jobs and then they pay for their wives and sisters and little cousins to go take those child classes, and then they go build daycare centers. They go build daycare centers. This is why all of the daycare stuff, all of the maids and all of the hospitality jobs are ran by Latina women, because the men put them in that industry. Y'all are going to be the number one daycare providers. Now, when you look for a daycare for your baby, there's Maria. There's Maria. There's Jennifer. There's Stephanie. You see? You see how that works? You see how that works? We build the shit. The men are supposed to build it, and the women assist them. But you niggas don't believe in yourself enough to build it and to sustain it. You believe in her more than you believe in you. Y'all believed in these women to come in this space and to run it. That's why y'all allowed them to do it. Because you knew they'll bring more money here. You knew that they will bring the right guys with a bag around here, because y'all didn't focus on doing it. Because what were we focused on? Dripping and tricking. Dripping and tricking. And trying to be the flyest nigga. And trying to shit on each other. That's what we was focused on. Instead of bringing the money around here. Instead of bringing the business owners around here. That's what these women getting ready to do. And you niggas just gonna sit back and say, go ahead and have it, ladies. It's yours now. And then try to turn around and complain. It's over for that. So if you wonder why the black male rhetoric is still going on, black men don't build shit, black men don't want shit, black men don't want to build nothing. The destruction of this space is a perfect example that they can always reference at this point. Don't ever forget that. They can always say, look what happened to the black manosphere. How does that make you niggas feel? How does that make you feel? It make you feel the same way when you don't believe in yourself, right? It make you feel the same way. Make you feel like a fucking loser. Make you feel unworthy. Well, guess what? That's what you displayed. That's what you displayed. Out of your own ignorance. That's why I've always said ego is an acronym. Ego stands for ease goodness out. Ease God out. And this is what happened. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for coming to today's show. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. This is what happened. But this is what happens when men don't trust themselves, don't trust in themselves. See? We rather look like we run some shit instead of actually running it. See, you rather look like a boss than be one. You rather sound like a boss than actually be one. See, because ain't none of you niggas bosses. Because you don't run this space, nigga. And we know you don't run nothing in real life. You see? You see? You niggas want to wear suits. You want to carry briefcases. You want to go up, buy up a bunch of shit in the mall to make yourself look like you got that boss bag. But you don't run shit. You don't own nothing. You don't own nothing. You could have owned the whole building. You could have had a whole enterprise. You still want to sell nicks and dimes. Because you still want to be fly. So you could get some little throwaway cooch that she throwing away anyway. This is an enterprise. The black manosphere was an enterprise. You niggas didn't look at it that way. You niggas think you still on a block. Not even understanding what an enterprise is. An enterprise consists of many different neighborhoods, if you want to look at it from that perspective. We all had our own blocks. But the problem was we could never come and sit down at the table when it's time to dish out the work and get along. Somebody from my block don't like somebody from your block. Your block is 2 blocks up. And we share the same store. So when we go to the store, we beefing with each other. We ice grilling each other. This is what happened here in this black manosphere streets. I go to the store, you go to the store, your homies don't like my homies, so they both in our ears. Yo, I don't like them niggas. Yeah, we don't like them niggas either. And over time, it turns into beef, drama, and drip. It's about who fly and who could bust a gun. Just like in the streets. It's the same shit here with you niggas. Educated lame, Pookie and Ray Ray, whatever you want to call yourself, nigga. We all street niggas. We all acting like street niggas. Because it's all about drama and drip. Who bust a gun, who getting money, who the women like, who could fight. This is block shit. See, you can't stand on a block unless you battle tested. This is the block. This is what you niggas wanted it to be. Because you always wanted to be street niggas. Because you niggas were really lame. See, there's a lot of lame pookies. A lot of them. A lot of them. See? We don't trust in ourselves. This is why even on the street level, even in the drug game, black men aren't as successful as other men. Because we don't know how to get along. We don't know how to get along. We don't understand the power of agency. We don't understand the power of cooperations. See, why do you think they have something called co-ops? You see, when you're a enterprise or when you're a corporation, you get more work. You get more work fronted to you. I'm talking to y'all like this because this the shit that y'all like. See, when you a team, when you and your team run a block or multiple blocks, you can go to the connect and get fronted more work. But guess why he fronts you the work? Guess why you get fronted that work? Because he what? He trusts you. He trusts that you and your group of men will do what they say they're about. You see? Trust. Trust. And you can never trust nothing that you're not committed to. If you're not committed, if you're not a guy who will commit yourself, who will commit your time, who will commit your efforts, you can't develop no trust with nobody. You don't even trust yourself because you haven't stayed down long enough. Trust. You see? That's why we dropped the bag. That's why we left millions of dollars on the table for black men that was just sitting there in a bag. They was just waiting for us to get our shit together, niggas. You know, like the connect, be waiting to drop all that work off, but you niggas keep bringing his money in a week later with all these goddamn excuses. This is why he keep fronting y'all 2 instead of 10. Because you niggas don't understand trust and the power in trusting in yourself and believing in yourself and understanding the power of having internal value. See, internal value is going to take you a lot further than your external accomplishments. You're a man. Your internal value is going to take you a lot further and introduce you to a lot of different people more than your external accomplishments. See, because your external accomplishments might get you to meet the connect, meet the man. But when you show up and you open your mouth and you sound like a goofy, when you open your mouth and start talking about, yeah, I got a bag. Yeah, I'm a boss. Excuse this monkey. Excuse this monkey. Oh, he one of them niggas with a big old mouth thinking we believe in what he's saying, and he don't even believe it. He's flogging. He's flogging. He think we don't see it. He don't even believe in himself. He don't even believe in his team. And this is why we are where we are in this space. This is why black men are where they are in our lives as a collective of men. Yeah, a lot of us are doing better than one another individually, but as a collective, we're all looked at on the same level. Kanye West told you that. I'm just a nigga in a coupe. That's it. And look what happened to Kanye. Plenty of people around him he can't trust. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through to today's show. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share today's show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to Earl Lawrence in the building. It's been a minute, bro. Salute to you. Shout out to Andre Harris in the building. Good to see you, Miss Angie. Glad you made it through. Shout out to Miss Angie in the building. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to my man Tom Malone in the building. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Shout out to the #1 grinder. Salute, my brother. Shout out to you, Miss Letitia. I appreciate the super sticker, love. Appreciate the super sticker. I appreciate your support. Anthony Touchstone in the building. Good to see you, bro. Gabriella Dawson. Good to see you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Mac Mean. Salute, bro. Salute. See who else I may have missed. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the show. Salute the big O in the building. Salute the double C in the building. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Catch this replay. Catch this replay if you're just getting in here. Catch the replay. You can access it. Go to the playlist section. Go to Black Manosphere Decoded and binge watch this week's shows. Binge watch this week's shows. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all enjoyed today's show, don't hesitate to donate. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where y'all can go. It is going across your screen. Also, you can hit the super chat button. If you have donated, whether super chat, whether Cash App, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support for this channel. Like I said, hit that like button, share the show. And if y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all subscribe, because there's a lot of y'all who's been tuning in, and I appreciate y'all. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man, because, you know, YouTube be playing games. And we all know this. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you are notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and we will be back next week right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build, because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.